Welcome to yet another sequel of Gyanvyar podcast. Today, a very vibrant and a dynamic leader from the class 11th, Anuba Sharma, is with us. Anuba is a scholar of political science, history, and the psychology. And trust me, very impressive project she undertook, the academic fatigue. So, Anuba, straight over to you. What exactly is your understanding about the fatigue and how it differs from tiredness?
First of all, thank you so much, sir, for inviting me today. And talking on the topic, so being tired is more of physical exertion and lack of energy. This is what I feel. And study fatigue is often related to, you're feeling drained after you have slept for straight 7 or 8 hours. And we don't usually focus on that. We only focus on we are very exhausted, we have done so much of work today, that is why we are feeling tired, which is not actually true. Your body needs rest both mentally and physically.
Okay, so as per you, Anuba, do the fatigue manifest itself? That means, is there any sign of a fatigue?
There actually are, and they can be identified easily, like the circadian rhythm disruption, that is irregular study hours or late night study can put off your body's natural sleep wake cycle, and that is, I guess, one of the most important factor that needs to be recognized, and if it is neglected it can lead to more serious issues. Another one is procrastination, which is like putting off all your work for I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it later on, and believe me that tomorrow never comes. So these things need to be identified and worked upon.
I also got one of the suggestion from the viewers that there has been example for students who have really been successful in their civil service exam or maybe the JEE, CLAT or NEET, and they have really customized their behavioral and neural patterns accordingly. So, as per you, can students train their mind to handle fatigue?
Actually, yes. Mind can be absolutely trained. There are certain techniques that can improve your attention span, like Pomodoro technique, which is actually very famous. It's like you study for 20-25 minutes, then a 5 minute break, and in the break, you walk or you just stretching helps a lot, and having adequate amount of sleep and nutrition. Actually, we neglect nutrition, but it is very important to have a good diet because it helps in your overall development.
In case if you have to give a crispy message to the students who are facing the academic fatigue, what exactly it will be?
My message would be to focus on yourself. Your well being is very much important. Your well being is not a luxury, it is a necessity for your development, for your growth.
Another thing is, I very strongly feel that the young generation which is on the school campuses are the byproduct of the system created by the adults. So, in case if you have any kind of a suggestion for the intervention in our present education system or otherwise, what it will be?
I strongly feel that the education system needs to be changed. We should focus on holistic development of a child rather than just focusing on the academic. Only the grades are not everything. We should see the child is mentally fit or not. If he or she is having any pressure, it needs to be identified. And the overall development matters a lot. If we see the foreign countries, they not only focus on the score, but they also focus on everything a child can do to perform better. These things can really help a lot in improving the education system in India, because the society right now is going only with the grades, the score, the pen paper test matters in India, and these changes need to be brought today or very soon. And we as the leaders are going to do this very soon.
It's really impressive that a leader by the age 17 has this wisdom. I think the adult world really has to introspect and do the intervention on the high priority. My last question to you. If fatigue is a person, what message you wish to give to that person?
Okay, so that is a really interesting question. And as we know what actually study fatigue is right now, so my message would be that we are not afraid of you. Now we know about you, and clearly we see a a good win over you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's very astounding to be part of this platform where Anubha has spoken her heart. This really puts me on the review as a principal of the school or the academician. And I really appreciate that the viewers of the Gyanvyar podcast must certainly not alone the introspection should be undertaken, but we have to collaborate to bring these changes for the present generation really look forward. It is rightly said by an American pedagogist, the way we were groomed, the way we were schooled, if we continue to do the same way, we are robbing the present generation of tomorrow. So we look forward for the same viewers in the next sequel on a very yet another interesting agenda.